I'm going to show you a country of contradictions. A place where people are living 20 lives in one, where the divine rubs shoulders with the disgraceful. We call it India. It is a country where billionaires flaunt their wealth. Just a stone's throw away from people who have no access to basic amenities. It's hard to fathom, isn't it? How can such opulence and destitution coexist in such close proximity? This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. It's a land of contrasts. As I travel through this vast country, I come across countless stories that break my heart. When temples receive billions of dollars in donations every year, when God is offered gold, but beggars are forced to sleep on the temple steps, when holy water is sold at exorbitant prices, but the common man is denied access to clean drinking water, when festivals are celebrated with fireworks and feasts, but children go to bed hungry, when pilgrimages are made into money-making ventures, but devotees are exploited and abused, when religious texts are used to justify social divisions and discriminate against the marginalized, and where the only toilet is a distant dream. In India, the gender pay gap is as wide as 78%. For every 100 rupees earned by a man, a woman earns only 22 rupees. This is not just a number. It's a testament to the deep-rooted patriarchy and gender discrimination that continues to plague Indian society. Welcome to the sad reality of government schools in rural India. On the other hand, if you can afford to send your child to a private school, they might enjoy smaller class sizes, better infrastructure, and an overall superior learning environment. They've been pushed to the margins, deprived of their land rights, and subjected to extreme poverty. Here, social movements are on the rise. Farmers are protesting against unjust laws. Slum communities are demanding their rights. Dalit and Adivasi groups are raising their voices. Indian cinema, literature, and music have always reflected the social realities of the country. It will take concerted efforts from the government, civil society, and each one of us to uproot this deep-rooted issue. Today, filmmakers, writers, and musicians are using their platforms to shed light on inequality and inspire change. In their unity, in their struggle for justice, in their unwavering pursuit of a better tomorrow, I see the spirit of India alive and kicking. Women are taking the lead in various spheres of life. All of this gives me hope. In India, life expectancy varies dramatically based on where you were born and how much money you have. It's a tragic reality that in this day and age, access to quality healthcare is a privilege and not a right. There's anger towards those who exploit and discriminate. But above all, there's a profound sense of admiration for the resilience and courage of ordinary Indians. Amidst the slums and the shanties, I find hope blooming. Or is it a mirror reflecting our global failure to care, to empathize, and to act? India's story is far from over. There's still so much to be written, so much to be hoped for. I urge you to hold on to the spirit of India, the spirit of resilience. Your support will help us continue exploring these crucial topics and making a positive impact. Thank you. The thirst for equality and the unyielding pursuit of a better tomorrow. Every social reform movement began with a few courageous souls. Yes, there are those who cling to outdated traditions and resist change, but there is also a growing number of young Indians who are embracing modernity while staying rooted in their cultural values. They're working tirelessly to create a more equitable and sustainable future for their country. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. I see it in the eyes of a young girl who dreams of becoming a doctor, in the laughter of children playing amidst the ruins, in the unity of a community coming together to fight for their rights. This stark contrast in education quality only widens the gap between the privileged and the underprivileged. While some misuse religion for personal gain, millions practice their faith with humility and devotion. While some exploit their power and wealth, countless others use their privilege to uplift the underprivileged. When spirituality is packaged as a commodity to make a quick buck, then we must ask ourselves, has religion lost its true essence? Or is it also a land of deep-rooted poverty and despair? I'll leave that question for you to ponder. Has faith become a tool to line the pockets of a few? The sad reality is that the lower castes continue to face social exclusion and economic marginalization. It is a sorry state of affairs when people in the 21st century are still judged by the accident of birth. Or is wealth now seen as a reward from karma? I see it in the eyes of a farmer who owns no land, in the smile of a child who has never attended school. It seeps into every aspect of society. It dances hand in hand with the age-old social hierarchy of caste and class. It echoes in the lines that divide villages and cities, in the invisible walls that keep the underprivileged out. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality, in the weary steps of a laborer who has toiled all his life for a piece of the action. Here, in the heart of Mumbai, you can see a Rolls Royce waiting patiently at a traffic light next to a barefoot child selling roses. The irony is that this is the birthplace of spiritual giants like Mahatma Gandhi, revered as the father of our nation. He championed non-violent resistance and dreamt of an independent India free from exploitation and inequality. Yet ironically, even today, many parts of India are stuck in a cycle of poverty and despair. I want to tell you about this country where 2/3 of the people earn less than $2 a day. It's a country of ancient faiths and modern marvels, towering temples and sprawling slums. For them, this one meal a day provides the much-needed nourishment and ensures that they do go to bed hungry. Isn't it disheartening that in a country as rich as India, children have to rely on government schemes for basic nutrition? It's a place where billion-dollar weddings are held next to children begging for scraps. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. Here, Hindu deities are worshipped with gold bars, while farmers pray for rain to water their crops. We all know it as the world's 5th largest economy, home to some of the most successful companies and the 3rd largest number of millionaires. You see it here in the vibrant cities, bustling with activity. This is India, a place where traditional values meet cutting-edge technology. A land of 1.4 billion people with a booming population, yet behind these shiny skyscrapers, another story unfolds. It's a story of deep-rooted poverty. Have you seen these images of colossal buildings like Antilia in Mumbai, an architectural marvel that just so happens to be the residence of one of the richest families in the world? This building alone is worth over $1 billion. More than the combined GDP of some small countries. Meanwhile, a few steps away, people are living on less than $2 a day. This stark disparity is not just shocking, it's saddening. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. India is home to some of the wealthiest individuals globally. Ambani, Adani, Hinduya, to name a few. Their names echo in the corridors of luxury. They own everything from football clubs to sprawling farmlands. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. And yet we find ourselves asking a painful question. In a nation where gods own palaces, many mortals own nothing. And this is what truly pains my heart. You see, this inequality is not just an economic issue, it's a social, cultural, and spiritual crisis. India's inequality story doesn't end at the doorstep of religion. Here, the midday meal scheme has become a lifeline for many children. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. And let's talk about the education scenario. Imagine attending a school where the walls are crumbling, where there's a shortage of teachers, and here's another painful truth. We are still grappling with deeply rooted issues like caste discrimination and untouchability. And let's not forget the tribal communities, the Adivasis, who've been living in India for centuries. And if we thought healthcare was a level playing field, think again. So is India truly the land of dreams and aspirations, as it's often portrayed? As I wander through this magnificent country, I'm struck by the resilience of its people. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. And let's not underestimate the power of art and culture. We must acknowledge that India's poverty problem is complex. It's a legacy of historical injustices, colonial exploitation, and societal discrimination. But remember this: every great revolution started with a single step. And within this land of contrasts, I find solace in the strength and resilience of its people. You see, judging an entire country's soul based on the actions of a few is unfair. And let's not paint all of India's youth with the same brush. Yes, India's problems run deep. Its challenges are many, but let's not lose sight of its beauty, its diversity, and its indomitable spirit. As I wrap up this journey through India, I'm filled with a mix of emotions. There's sadness over the deep-rooted poverty and inequality. This is India, the divine land of gods and glaring inequality. Is it a land of miracles, a testament to human potential? Before we part ways, if you found this video impactful, please consider supporting our work.